Christmas. What's up, creepers? It's Clearski. I'm back. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate it. And to most, this may just look like a regular Christmas display or something that you might see at your local mall. But to me, this means so much more. This is the original, part of the original display from the Meier and Frank Santaland that was basically an iconic staple in the heart of Portland for many years, located on the 10th floor of the Meier and Frank building in the heart of downtown Portland. And if you guys are from Portland or you're not, maybe you visited here in the late 70s, early 80s, even to the 90s. They brought it back in 2000, I think it was 2015 for a while, but the nostalgia for many years continues, and they brought some of the pieces, original pieces back, including the Rudolph, which I totally remember, and the animatronic elves, which were part of the entire display that they had inside the store, inside the Meier and Frank, and a lot of people loved it. They'd come down for, make it their family tradition for many years here in Portland. And the Oregon Historical Society, they're so cool, brought it back to enjoy for everybody, just a little snippet of it. So if you guys haven't checked out some of my previous vlogs from here, you guys want to go back after this video and check those out, that'd be awesome too. But they always come through with such great displays and just nostalgia, and all in all, I love it here. So this is just a little piece, a little snippet of it, and I'm going to come over here and show you guys a little bit more of some old school pictures that they have, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about some of these displays. But the main thing that I remember and love is the chair. This is the actual chair that Santa himself would sit in and let everybody come and take pictures and ask what they wanted for Christmas. But this chair was like big time back when I was a kid in the 80s. I definitely remember this chair, and not to mention Meier and Frank always did a great job of bringing back the original Santa. Just about every year it'd be the same guy that would portray Santa, so super cool, and I love it. I mean, I know Santa's busy at the North Pole, so he has a lot of people that help him throughout the year, but I specifically remember this chair with the gold trim and the red velvet Claus S style seat. But check this out, you guys. They've got some original pictures as well from the original displays. And if you guys see right here, like it says Santaland. And then if you look right up top here, you will see this, the train, the Skyliner, which was the monorail that Meier and Frank featured. And here's one of its old, the Meier and Frank on the side there. That was a real little monorail that was on the 10th floor, and you could actually ride it. You know, as a kid, I definitely remember riding it. Now, this is just a replica of the train itself. The original one is a lot bigger, but this is one that they featured, I believe, in 2015 inside the store, just to kind of give people a snippet of as to what it was like. But this is the original train that ran along the roof up on the 10th floor of this building right here. This is the original Meier and Frank, which still stands right across the street from Pioneer Square. And if you guys can see, many floors, but right about here is where it would have been up on the 10th floor. And now it's a Macy's building, and there's a hotel and everything. But like I said, for many years, people would come from out of town and celebrate Christmas. And this also explains a little bit more about the store. Founded in 1857, Meier and Frank, as the most trusted and popular department store in Oregon for a century and a half. Generations of Oregonians purchased clothes, furniture, and other home goods from the store. So yeah, it's super cool. And they've even got some old school Meier and Frank little, like maybe postcards that they would send out, or maybe posters you would see in the store. But this brings back a tremendous amount of memories, and I just love it. I mean, this is like, you know, today everything's so futuristic and
The animatronics have gotten 10 times better and all the different digital things that they have now, but to me this is what nostalgia is. This brings back childhood and such great memories. And we got Rudolph hanging out here too with his red nose. It's been a while, buddy. I'm glad you're still kicking it around. Now, Rudolph was the main feature, but in the original Meier and Frank display, they would have like a row of reindeer that would stick their heads through these like holes, and then they had, you know, Blitzen, Donner, Cubit, Comet, all the reindeers, and they would move their heads up and down, and then as you would get closer in to Santa, you would see Rudolph. But I think they have some of the original, maybe some of the toys as well. If you guys can see there, Meier and Frank Company. And that was definitely the heart and staple of Portland. Many of people visited here specifically just to tour the Santa Land. So that is super cool to me. And they've got this beautiful tree here, not to mention behind me. But yeah, super cool as always. The historical value and everything about Santa Land. Now I know the train still exists. It's somewhere in Portland. I've watched videos in the past, so maybe I can dig up some more info in the description and tell you guys about it. So yeah, super cool. And it looks like there was only 26 built of the train. Upon the closure of downtown Portland store in 2016, Macy's generously donated many of the items from Santa Land to the Oregon Historical Society. And here's another picture of one of the original window displays. So cool. So that's going to do it from Santa Land here in downtown Portland. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You can hit that thumbs up now. You can hit that like button. Ring that bell. That way I know you guys are going to creep with me. And until then, I love you guys. Creeper out for now.